Hello and welcome to Simple Charm Living. My name is Desiree and today I am making 3 of the recipes of Joanna Gaines's Magnolia Table Volume 1, and it's the perfect roast, Brussels sprouts with bacon and pecans, and also the mashed potatoes.
The night before, you are going to take room temperature salted butter, lemon zest, thyme leaves, and rosemary and ground black pepper, and you're going to mix it up together, and then you're going to massage that onto your chicken so you can roast it the next day. Try to get it over the skin, also underneath the skin. For me, I had difficulty separating the skin from the chicken meat because it was just stuck on there. This was pretty much as far as I could get. Next, you're going to stuff the chicken with rosemary sprigs and also thyme sprigs, and you're going to add the lemon wedge. You're going to put some salt on top, which you will see later I did not do the night before, and then you're going to place it in the fridge overnight, uncovered. The next day, you're going to preheat your oven to 400 degrees and then bake the bacon for 20 minutes, or until crispy.
Here is our lovely chicken. I did not follow the recipe correctly because I noticed today, about 2 hours before I'm about to put into the oven, in her recipe she says to add some salt and kind of like evenly sprinkle it all over the chicken and leave it like that overnight. However, I did not do that, so I put on salt about 2 hours ago and I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not gonna brush anything off. I'm just gonna leave it as is. It was supposed to dissolve overnight. Forgot to do that, but it is what it is. I have the potatoes ready to make the mashed potatoes. I've never cut garlic before, like in half. I don't know if you take off this stuff or if it stays. Like, I really don't know. I'm gonna try it with this one garlic and see what happens. So it says to cut it in half. Yeah, I'm assuming it stays with this on. Let me try it again. Okay, so I'm going to take these garlic cloves. I know it's not all of them, but I'm still going to stuff them inside.
Once your chicken is ready, then you're going to bake it at 450 degrees for 45 minutes.
Potatoes are boiling. And the Brussels sprouts, I used the pan that had the bacon grease on it still, just because I didn't want to waste that, and bacon's going to be going in anyways. So I did toss a little bit of olive oil on top, put some salt and pepper. And now this is going to go in the oven. It says 30 minutes at 400, but my oven is currently at 450, so it'll be less time than that.
You're going to melt butter over medium heat on a skillet and add the pecans to kind of toss them around in there. And the bacon is chopped up, ready to go.
Here's Joanna Gaines' perfect roast chicken, as you see in her book. And here's mine. Got a little burnt on the top. Again, that's just from the butter that kind of crusted there, but the rest of the color seems to be okay. Hers, she tied the legs together, but mine, I did not have a tie to tie these close together, although that probably would have fit a lot better inside of the cast iron. And it looks more presentable that way as well. But alas, this is what we got. For the Brussels sprouts with bacon, toasted pecans, and balsamic reduction, this is what I got. Hers definitely looked a lot more crispy. I didn't bake mine for 400 for 30 minutes. It was more like 450 for like 10 minutes and then another 20 minutes at 400. And I did not make the balsamic reduction, but I do have this one that I will be adding onto it. So let me know how you think I did there. And then here we have her mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes are not that difficult to mess up, but those are hers there. Here are mine. Obviously, they're not all in the serving platter, but I will be plating it and you will see what it looks like afterwards. This meal was delicious. The flavors, when you actually ate the chicken, it was very tender, very juicy. You could taste little hints of the rosemary, thyme, and the lemon, which was fantastic. I will definitely do this again, although I won't make this as my main chicken meal all the time because whole chicken is a little bit more on the expensive side when you can just buy a rotisserie chicken at, let's say, your local grocery market for like $5 at your local Costco. So I will not be making my own rotisserie chicken every single time. The Brussels sprouts with the bacon and the pecans were fantastic as well. They were really good. My husband was raving over it and he loved the Brussels sprouts. And then of course the mashed potatoes, as I mentioned before, they're really difficult to mess up. When you follow the recipe, you're pretty much golden, but they tasted so good. I don't know what it was, but it tasted so good. I did end up doing only half of the butter that it required in the recipe, only because I did not want to add that much butter in because our potatoes were a little bit smaller, not the huge potatoes that she probably was using, but the liquid of the milk I kept the same and everything else was the same. It was just the butter that I ended up cutting it in half instead. But this meal was definitely a 5 out of 5 for sure. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to continue to see my journey as I cook through both Magnolia table volumes, go ahead and click that subscribe button below and the bell notification, and also take a look at my playlist that I will be adding all of them onto there. See you next time.